You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started. What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting from Mobile Command. Gentlemen, as you know, a few days ago, I put out a video where I talked about an article, 8 insights from men who have chosen to abandon dating. What did I say in that video? That's right. Men are now talking, and they're no longer holding back. Gentlemen, what was the response from a lot of women nowadays? They're saying, oh, men are more emotional. Men are now sassy. That's right, the typical tactic of sign language. Women, you got what you said you wanted. You wanted men to be more open about our feelings. However, we know that that's not really what you want. And I think it's pretty sad that women will actually use a man's vulnerabilities against him. But once again, that is another lesson that men have learned. Now, this article that was published on the 19th of November goes even further. Men are sharing tough lessons they learned from dating women. And gee, it's really tough out there. Let me reiterate. Men are no longer holding their tongues. Men are no longer holding back. And yes, a lot of women nowadays are being told about themselves, and they don't like it. As a young man, I've seen many trials and tribulations regarding dating. You'd expect the tough lessons and failures to become easier as you get older, but they don't. A while back, a Redditor asked the question, quote unquote, what is the hardest lesson a woman has ever taught you? Gentlemen, this directly goes back to a quote that I used to say all the time. Women are the best red pill salesmen. Why? Because as much as men want to completely wipe away the experiences of other men, it is a woman that is going to teach you the red pill. It's a woman that's going to give you the red pill through what? Experience. Yep. And that goes to another phrase that I love to use. Sometimes the easiest lessons in life have to be learned the hard way. It was a breath of stale air that so many men were out and doing their best to turn the relationship woes into cautionary tales. That's right. Remember, we here in the sphere, in this space, have said these are our experiences. But what was the typical response? Well, you just picked the wrong woman. My woman would never do that. Blah, 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 blah. Dismissal. However, hey, we got our hands burned. Some men, guess what? They're going to have to get their hands burned too. It just is what it is. Now I'm going to go through the list of things that men said of the lessons that they learned in dating the modern woman. Number one, quote unquote, I learned that she is who she is and not what you want her to be. That goes back to the old phrase from, I believe it was Albert Einstein that said this. Men marry women hoping that they don't change. Women marry men hoping that they do change. In the end, both are disappointed. Fellas, do not try to change women into what you want them to be. They, with being women, are successful because men, we try to, unfortunately, be what they want us to be. And then when they actually change us into what they want us to be, they're pissed off about it. Be who you are from the jump. Do not alter your personality, the way you dress, anything for her. And if she don't like it, there's the door. Number 2, don't get into a relationship just because you're lonely. You will quickly learn that being alone is way better than being with someone who annoys the hell out of you. Like I said, gentlemen, these guys are not holding back. That's pretty self-explanatory. Number 3, if she really wants to talk to you, she will reply to your call, text within a reasonable time frame. Yeah, that is also true. Women make time for men that they want to be with. Fellas, if she's not responding, go ahead and cut that off. Number 4, I learned that I had a shit ton of unresolved trauma from childhood, past relationships, combat, and life in general. This is a guy saying essentially that, yeah, when he got with a woman, he learned about himself, which is a good thing. And the fact he's willing to admit that, that's also a good thing. Number 5, you can be in a relationship and still be lonely. This goes back to number 2. Number 6, her liking the same weird stuff that I do didn't mean she was my soulmate. Gentlemen, that's something that we are notorious for trying to do. We want that woman to have the same interest as we do, but then when you actually meet a woman that has the same interest, it actually bores the shit out of you. Number 7, if she wants to hang out with you, she will make time for you. Now, of course, some of these are saying the same thing, but it's coming from different people, different guys. Number 8, never put a woman on a pedestal. I think that is very self-explanatory. Treat her like a star, she'll treat you like a fan. Number 9, love yourself first and foremost rather than trying to seek validation from others. Man, that is a mouthful. Gentlemen, people will try to say that you're selfish if you actually love yourself. Gentlemen, who's going to love you more than you love you? Nobody. So yeah, that's right. Love yourself first. It's like the great Patrice O'Neal said, hey, my happiness is paramount. My happiness comes first. Number 10, my wife taught me that my mother was flawed. Ooh, that's a spicy one. Gentlemen, especially men raised by single mothers, we tend to think that our mothers are infallible to the point that we will make excuses for their bad behavior. Definitely something that a lot of American black men could definitely benefit from. Number 11, your parents do not always know what's best or have your best interest at heart. That's another spicy one. Especially nowadays, you're seeing a lot of boomer parents relying on their kids. Number 12. This is a very good one. Even if you are everything she wants in a relationship, she still might say she doesn't like you. Her exact words were, quote unquote, "You are everything I want in a boyfriend, but I just don't want to date you." That hurt me so much more than I could have imagined. Basically, friend zoned. Number 13. It takes two people to make it work, but only one to make it fail. Very true. Number 14. They can replace you within a day if they want to, i.e., the men waiting in the wings. Number 15. She can love you, care for you, feel for you, but sometimes the terms of life dictate that you will remain merely two ships passing at night. Yeah. Life does not discriminate. Sometimes things are just not meant to work out. And fellas, do not try to force it to work. That is another thing that we as men have to stop doing. We have to stop trying to force things to work. If it's not going to work, you know what? Let it go. Number 16, quote unquote, "I want someone in touch with his emotions," means only the cute stuff. Expressing any real vulnerability will be dismissed, or even worse, used against you at some point later on. Gentlemen, if a woman ever uses something that you said to her in confidence against you, that right there is an ultimate form of disrespect, and you need to walk out that damn door immediately. Number 17, communication. In this generation, the biggest concern is a lack of communication and respect. This goes a long way on how much they truly respect you. Gentlemen, I've also said this in the past. The two foundations of any relationship: trust from men, respect from women. Gentlemen, once you no longer trust her, end the relationship. Once she no longer respects you, end the relationship. Now, number 18, this is an extremely important one. How much abuse you tolerate is not a measure of how much you love someone. Let me say that one more again. How much abuse you tolerate is not N-O-T, not a measure of how much you love someone. I.e., if you love me, blah, 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 blah. Fellas, we know there are so many men out here who are in emotionally and psychologically abusive relationships. But those men are told in no certain words, take it. You're supposed to take the abuse. You're supposed to stand firm, be that rock. Fuck no. Hell no. Fellas, you do not have to put up with a disrespectful, abusive, manipulative woman. You don't have to accept it. Do not accept it. Once she starts doing that shit, you know what you do? You move the fuck on. tell her about herself, and you fucking leave. Fellas, start dumping these women. Black men especially are in abusive relationships. Why? Because we all know why. Let's go ahead and tell the truth and shame the devil. The American black woman wants a compromised black man, which is why they consistently practice hybristophilia. And we all know what hybristophilia is. And if you don't, it is the love of criminals. Which is why you get so many black women out here who say, oh, I want a drug dealer, I want a scammer, I want a criminal. Why? Because she knows if she gets that man, she can turn right around and use the system to keep him in line as a threat. Oh, you're not doing what I want you to do. Guess what? I'm going to call the police on you. Yeah. Pookie, Ray Ray, they're compromised men. BGS Ipmore did a great live stream where he broke that down. So yeah, the American black woman, they want Pookie and Ray Ray. They want the drug dealer. They want the scammer. Now, when it comes to the actual black men who have their shit together, you know what? Those men have what the compromised men don't have. It's called standards. Yep. That's why they keep trying to separate these men by saying, oh, these guys are lame, they're corny, they don't have swag, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because they want to break those men down mentally. No, American black men, you deserve better. Go find better, even if better is over in another damn country. Sorry, but I had to go on that tangent for this one. Number 19. No matter how hard you try, some things just don't work out. Dust yourself off and move on. Yeah, I'm going to reiterate. Do not try to force a relationship, gentlemen. Do not stay under the guise of, you know what, I'm going to fix this. Yes, as men, we naturally want to fix things. However, once a relationship is broken, do not try to fix it. Let it go. Accept the loss, move on. Number 20, how you perceive her when you're infatuated is nothing more than an internal projection onto her. It's what your dumbass mind wants her to be, not who she really is. Quote unquote, feelings for someone fade eventually and are just an emotional high. It is an illusion your mind creates. People much wiser than me say love is built, not found. Whoa! That right there is definitely a good one. But that reminds me of a clip that CGA plays where the guy talks about love being nothing more than limerence and basically the honeymoon phase. Once the honeymoon phase wears off and you really start to see a person's flaws, you're going to be like, man, this bitch gets on my last good goddamn nerve. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And number 21, don't ignore red flags. Listen to your friends. If they're saying the same thing over and over about her, act on that information or question what you see. Don't sit and take it and become a victim. Yes, I know. A lot of guys, myself included in the past, when a friend of ours said, hey, there's something wrong with that woman, what do we tend to do? Our own mind will tell us, oh, that dude's just hating because maybe he wants to be with her. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's not the case. However, it's a gamble. You got to be willing to roll the dice. If it's good intel, act on it. If it's bad intel, hey, you got to figure that out for yourself. But yeah, fellas, do not ignore red flags. Nowadays, you cannot afford to do so, especially with, Me Too running around and how women are now suing men. Yeah, we all know, gentlemen. We all know. Do not ignore the red flags, no matter how good she looks, no matter what she says. Always have in the back of your mind, she has an ulterior motive. And number 22, that I am better off single. There are great women out there, but just a few in the past that I have met taught me that I am better off staying single. What lessons did you learn from your failed relationships? Oh, gentlemen, you have to go into the comment section of this article. They are letting loose. The men down there are not holding back. But, like I said, more and more women are being told about themselves. They don't like it. Gentlemen, when you end a relationship, no matter if she ends it or you end it, you let her know where her faults were. You let her know what her flaws were. You tell that woman about herself. Why? Because they have no problems telling us about ourselves, and especially using the court of public opinion to do it. So no, gentlemen. Once again, moderation. Sometimes being stoic is a good thing. However, when a woman is out here dragging your name through the mud willy-nilly, oh, no. I am not a high ground person. I'm not. I've learned over my years that sometimes taking the high road can be good. However, not all the time, especially when your name is being drugged through the mud in the public square. Oh, no. Gentlemen, do not accept it. You can defend your name, and guess what? Anybody who says you shouldn't, give them the side eye, because your name is yours. Your reputation is yours. Don't let these women out here shame you into saying, well, you just take it on the chin. Oh, fuck no. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Read the article. Read the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And to all of you women out there who continue to think that men are going to be stoic and just accept all the crap that you bring into our lives, you better understand this crystally clear. The power you thought you had in men being stoic, men being silent, and shaming them into silence, that has gone out. Feminism and the idea that men were going to quote unquote not tell you about yourself just to spare your feelings, that thought process has gone out right along with it. Because like I said, men are now willing to talk about relationships, about their failures, about what women did to them. And yeah, more and more men are no longer holding back said information. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am